Hey friends, it's been a while.
Hello! Going to water these tomatoes one last time.
Like over a year since I've been on here, and I have a lot of catching up to do. Let's go for a walk. So last year when I posted, we had just moved into our new house after moving our farm over a year ago. At that time, I was excited about the house that we were going to renovate. Things were starting to look up. The farm was thriving. We had expanded our goat herd, and we were getting ready to have goat kids for the first time. Of course, there's a lot of stuff that I wasn't sharing at that time, mainly to do with my mental health and just personal well-being. And I stopped posting on YouTube because, honestly, life just got really overwhelming. I had been struggling through depression during the pandemic and really struggling with self-worth, which seems really silly because we had pretty much everything that we dreamed of. But if you ever struggled with depression, you know that it doesn't really care sometimes. And I was definitely struggling with my self-image. I gained back over 100 pounds that I had lost a decade ago, and I just made that my entire identity. And so even though we had the farm, we had these really cool things going on in our lives, I couldn't really see it, I couldn't really feel it anymore. And all of a sudden the farm, and doing all the things for the farm and expanding our farm into what we wanted it to be, didn't seem fulfilling anymore because nothing did. I didn't want to get out of bed, let alone deal with the goats and the chickens and coming up with a business plan. And it's really sad because that's where so much of my love has been for the past several years. But in January of last year, I made some decisions and some pretty big changes. And I'm going to take you back up to our new property. Yes, we moved again. I am going to tell you a little bit about what I've been up to, what the farm looks like, and what you can expect to see from this channel moving forward. Last November, I went back to the doctor and my hypertension had returned. I had high blood pressure. I was feeling just really unwell. For me, it felt like just the final nail in the coffin of I am just not worthy. And I really struggled to reconcile that, knowing that that was just my depression. I just hated myself. And the idea of moving our farm into a business or the idea of doing any of the other things that we dreamed about doing just seemed unreasonable to me, unattainable, and incomprehensible that I would even be thinking about them. But one day I woke up and I decided to meet myself where I was at. And so instead of going out the front door and trying to run 10 miles like I used to be able to do, I started with 10 minutes of intentional movement every day. And I started brushing my hair every day. Those are the two small things I started with, and it kind of grew from there. It got pretty dark for a while. And I look back on my videos from 2020 and 2021, and I was trying so hard to put on a happy face and act like things were good because I knew they were good. But it didn't change the way that I was feeling on the inside. So in the beginning of 2022, I gave myself a challenge. I was starting to feel a little bit of confidence. I was starting to feel like I could start to do the things that I wanted to do. So in 2022, I started 22 hard things in 2022. And my 2022 list of things is quite a mixture. There were things like come up with a business plan for the farm. There was also do a 5K, 10K, triathlon, physical goals, things that I used to love to do but convinced myself I could no longer do anymore until I was a different size. There was make a perfect loaf of sourdough bread. Actually take the time and figure it out. Go to the dentist and conquer my dental anxiety. There was write a letter once a month. And the big one, figure out a plan for my mom's ashes 20 years after she died. I've been working on all those things this year and more, and it's changed my life. Ultimately, it's given me the confidence and helped me realize that I am capable of the hard things. And what's hard is relative, depending on where you're at in life. The other thing that happened is I started sharing this on Instagram and TikTok, and I started finding out that there were a lot of people like me, struggling with various things. There were people wanting to run again. There were people who just wanted to feel good again. And I started developing a community, and it's been really spectacular and special to me. And it's kind of strange because I just stopped posting on YouTube. I stopped posting on YouTube when I was at the height of my depression and could not fathom posting anymore. I just didn't want to do it. But then I was like, well, I have a farm page. No one wants to hear about me on that page. We want to hear about the animals and the projects and all of that. And so I just kind of let this sit. But let me tell you a little bit about what's going on at the farm and what I think you'll see more of, because I'm going to start posting on YouTube again. I'm really excited because I think I could use this to not only help myself, but hopefully build an even stronger community and learn to help other people who are going through the same things I am. We got 75% through renovating the home that we bought that was only a half-mile away from the farm that we share with my dad. And this property came on the market. The house is a 1920s stone farmhouse. It has a turn-of-the-century dairy barn on it and a silo. The property is mostly wooded with a creek that runs directly through it, and it is stunning, just stunning. And it's also in a really important part of town that we feel like could be really great for starting a business and connecting more with the community. It has so much character, so much history, and there are lots of little connections that we found since buying this that make us know and feel like this was 100% the right move for us. And we still have the farm that we share with my dad, and it is still less than 5 minutes away from this property. Right now the goats are there. Our goats had kids for the first time this year, so we got to experience just the awe-inspiring moments of them entering this world. Our chicken flock has expanded. We tried milking goats for the first time with not very much success. We raised our meat chickens and processed them for our family, and we had a little garden going until we sold the house. I enrolled in goat school. So I have been taking classes on goat herd management, and I will complete those classes at the end of December and actually get a certificate in it. I've been running, I've been swimming, I've been biking. I did 2 triathlons this summer. I've completed a 5K, a 10K, and in December I will complete a half marathon. I started getting back into the things that I used to love and the things that used to make me feel good, and realized that I can do them now and I don't have to wait until I'm a different size to do them. My mind has changed dramatically. My body feels better because I'm giving it the things that it wants and needs, and it's just, I've arrived at such a place of gratitude, and I'm excited about that and excited about what the future holds. We have lots of plans for the farm, and we've accepted that it's going to take us longer than we anticipated. And I think that was part of my disappointment as well. I just had not realized how truly hard it was. So the farm is a slow-moving process, and we still love it. My joy and love for the farm kind of returned when I started to feel better myself. Once I started to feel better, I thought about posting on YouTube, but I felt like I had to just discuss these certain things on this channel because I had made it into a farm channel, and it felt weird coming on here and being like, well, this is what's been going on, this is why I haven't been here, and this is what's going on the farm and the rest of my life, and it didn't feel comfortable to me. That being said, I knew I wanted to come back, and I wanted to start making videos again. I wanted to make videos about our farm, but I didn't want this channel to just be that anymore, because the farm is a part of me and I am a part of the farm. And so those things, the lessons that I learned from the farm, are things that I am taking with me in all different parts of my life. And I bring the other experiences that I have, whether it's here or somewhere else, into the farm. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is I'm going to start producing vlogs again on this channel, but it's not always going to be related to the farm, and it's not always going to be vlogs. And what I'm really hoping that I can do on this channel is encourage people to go after the things that they want, and to remind people that they are strong and capable and worthy of life, and to share my own hard things that I am trying to overcome. And I'm not ready to discuss exactly how, but my hope is to share other people's stories here as well. That's the goal. And I really hope I can build something here that is not only encouraging and motivating and healing for myself, but can give someone else something that they need. And that's about it for today. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.